cover up. Something's wrong with the man up. Man up. And tell us what happened. He knows. He has to know. He's a grown man too.
What's up, Ticket Mel? And if you haven't seen the previous video that I did on the Kansas City men from Missouri, check it out because the family is calling out Jordan, and the family's attorney is calling out kind of Jordan and the family's inconsistencies. But not only that, after I published the video, the fifth person's attorney has spoken up. I'm going to play some of the video in the background. I will switch and show you when I can, but like these people will keep copyright claiming. So I'll show you some of it.
None of it makes sense.
Weeks after 3 bodies were found in the backyard of a Northland home, there are more inconsistencies tonight. The families now more frustrated and upset than they've been thus far.
The man who lived at the home has moved out, plus the fact that there was a 5th person at that home. We're learning more about that night from that man and his lawyer. Malik, they're flat out disputing the account of what we've heard so far.
Johnny Christel, I spoke on the phone with that 5th man, and he said without hesitation he was not the last person to see these 3 men alive.
And it's funny because so Jordan's attorney was putting it off like, I mean, almost as if I think he kind of like put this other person, the 5th person there, and I thought he had made it seem like I really need to make a video compilation of put all inconsistencies together back to back, because I sometimes forget. It almost made it seem like he was one of the last people to see these people, even though he did say now the attorney is saying he saw them, he said bye to them, and they walked out. But then he also threw in there that maybe they came back in the house after he left them out. I'm recording.
That is a claim that Jordan Willis's attorney made last night, that today he is walking back. The attorney for this 5th man says his client left the home just after midnight, and when he left, all 4 men were still there. They were still awake, and they were watching TV.
So they're there watching TV, supposedly Jeopardy, and I'm just kind of like, so I guess they were fine at that time.
It's just cover up. Something's wrong with the picture.
Jim McGinney, the uncle of Clayton McGinney, is upset, frustrated, and to this point displeased as the story of what happened on that Sunday night in the Northland gets less clear and more foggy by the day. John Paserno, the attorney for the man who lived at the home, has had an evolving story since.
And it's funny that the media now is kind of calling out a little bit the John Paserno guy, just evolving story that's just constantly changing. He was there sporadically, but now he was there the entire time because he works from home, and the cars were not out front, but now they're parked in front of the place. And he had his headphones on with noise cancellation, and he had a really loud fan, even though it was cold as shit. I have this blazing fan, and people are banging on the door and calling and texting, but he never got any texts. It was only a Facebook text message. But now the 5th person, as you're going to see, had said that after the family contacted him, he was actually texting and calling Jordan, which is inconsistent with what the attorney said.
Friday. First, he said the 5th person was still there when the 3 men died. He would change his tune in a News Nation interview hours later.
Before he fell asleep, they were going to leave. He actually escorted them to the door, said their goodbyes, opened the door. He went back on the couch and he crashed.
That statement running contrary to what Paserno told us just hours before. In an exclusive conversation with Fox 4, the 5th man's attorney, Andrew Tauch, tells us his client arrived at the home around 7 p.m. He left just after midnight, and when he left, all 3 men and Jordan Willis were alive and watching Jeopardy! Tauch says his client then received a text from Clayton McGinney's fiance and Ricky Johnson's mother on Tuesday inquiring about their whereabouts. At that point, he texted Willis and Johnson. He never got a response. That's another inconsistency. Willis's attorney said his client never received any text, just messages through
Never received any text, or they're showing mostly stock images and stuff like that, so don't worry. But yeah, it's inconsistent. He did not receive any calls or text or messages from friends or family of the deceased. Well, they said of the deceased members. But it seems like the family members and friends were contacting people and even contacted the other person.
Facebook. We contacted Paserno about this, and he declined to comment.
Man up. Man up. And tell us what happened. He knows. He has to know. He's a grown man too.
I was trying to give this attorney and Jordan benefit of the doubt, but bro, the more and more this thing twists and winds, and the fact that at the end they're like, we reached out to John Persino for a comment and he had nothing to say. Bro, this guy's been doing somewhat of a media press story and even releasing a press thing and talking to the news. Now he doesn't want to talk to the news. And I feel like people are looking at Jordan. The family's going in on Jordan. The police are saying, hey, this is 100% not this type of thing, so don't do that. Though family and friends are upset and thinking he did something. And even the other person that was there, I wonder what this fifth person really thinks. They spoke to an attorney. But, you know, the John Persino guy had said earlier that, like, the fifth person corroborates Jordan's story, but now it doesn't seem like kind of like that. And I feel like this attorney is leaving holes of like opportunities. So like, yeah, they left and he said goodbye to them and they went to the door. Did they walk him to the door? Well, he didn't walk him to the door. You know, he just said kind of like, what's up, peace, but they went out the front door. When previously, I'm pretty sure they had said he didn't know which way they left. Now they went out through the front door. And then, oh, well, you know, maybe they came back after and hung out and stuff. I don't know. What? And out of nowhere, magically, like the other attorney said, now there's a fifth person. Now, I don't know how many weeks now later on, there's a fifth person. Comment down below. Take care. Peace.